Blackbeard revealed Dark Matter and Eternal Life by legendary anime. Hi everyone, Flying Panda. Blackbeard's Darkness Devil Fruit is said to be the strongest Logia type. Though this is self-proclaimed by Blackbeard itself, it isn't far from the truth. Just how strong is the power of darkness? When people think of darkness, they almost immediately think of light. That's because living forms grow within the light, seek and evolve from it. Light is the main source of life. It has the power to radiate energy which fuels the source of our food and even our food's food. This all stimulates from our sun. Ours is our main source of light. It is the source of heat which we need and which gives all living things the energy to grow our planet. With all this in mind, wouldn't the power of the Light Devil Fruit or even the Flare Devil Fruit be considered the most powerful of the Logia types? Truth be told, they are undoubtedly strong, but pale in comparison to the power of darkness. We as people who seek the light have grown to believe that light beats darkness as light shines through the dark. But light is a limited energy source. Ask yourself, what if all the lights go out? What would happen? We would be in a state of total darkness. Darkness has for many centuries been considered evil as opposed to light being good. Darkness has no such nature about it. That is to say, it doesn't have an evil nature. Darkness is the oldest form of matter that we know of. It is what life was created from and what makes up most part of the known universe. When you look up in the night sky, what you see is a black canvas, littered by spots of lights. Try to imagine each of them lights going out one at a time, with the end result of our own sun burning out and becoming what's known as a dwarf star. What will we be left with? Complete and total darkness. The idea of this alone gives you an idea of the depth of darkness as opposed to the light. Light might shine in the darkness, but light is limited, whereas darkness has no such limit. The same is true for Darkness Devil Fruit. Blackbeard wasn't kidding when he said it was the strongest. As its power is limitless, Blackbeard has become in a sense the oldest of known matter. I give it a name. I refer to the Greek myth of being Chaos. Chaos was said to be the first being to come into existence, a being that is darkness and is what we know as the universe. It is said that all of life and creation is born from chaos and is the oldest of all what we know. From a scientific point of view, the known universe is made up from what's called dark matter and dark energy, as well as other forms of matter. So if the Darkness Fruit is based on the universe and the components is made up of, then Blackbeard truly is the strongest. His body is literally space, meaning there is a number of possibilities to the almost unlimited levels to his power. For example, space-time is any mathematical model that fuses the 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time into a single 4-dimensional continuum. Now if we take into account that there are 3 types of Devil Fruits and it's widely speculated that Blackbeard has 3 or will have 3, then this can explain the 3 dimensions, which means 3 Devil Fruits. But what about the 4th dimension? I believe the 4th dimension is the body. As it has been stated, Blackbeard has a weird body which implies from different forms of other humans. That means Blackbeard is the only person who could hold 3 Devil Fruits within himself. That is to say, if someone else had gained the Darkness Fruit and tried to eat more than one, they would die like everyone else. The question is, what makes Blackbeard different from everyone else? Many theories have covered the very subject. I myself have tried in the past. Now thanks to the painstaking research, I believe I may have the final answer. Taking into account what Marco says, it's known that Blackbeard is not a normal human, but what Luffy and Zoro say is the key clue. It's not him, it's them. Probably this statement has been at the core of every Blackbeard theory regarding his powers, as the comment suggests he may be more than one person. I'm not saying he's a twin or a parasitic twin of some sort. No, my idea is much more in depth than that. It's a question of his age. How old is he? He seems to be around 40 something years old, but what if he's much older? What if he has lived more than once? speculate that people who have had the immortal surgery done on them by the ope fruit do still grow old and age, retain their strengths, but if that's what happened to Blackbeard, in my personal opinion, no, I don't believe Blackbeard had the immortal surgery done to him. There is little evidence to support that idea, and even if he had, what would be the point? The idea I have is connected to the Darkness Devil Fruit's powers. There is a secret power within, known only to the users, and it comes back to space-time. Now we know what space-time is, but what could happen if a person had learned and mastered time and space? It would virtually be a god. Let's speculate for a moment here, and say Blackbeard was around, say, 1000 years old. Sounds crazy, right? But hear me out. We have been under speculation that, under some assumption that Blackbeard isn't a true D due to his fear of death, but this could be false. In other words, he is a D, but he knows something. A D doesn't fear death, they die with a smile, as known by every D we have seen to date, but let's assume for a moment that Blackbeard has already died and came back from the dead. He would then have a reason to fear death, as he had experienced the pain and suffering, which has over time grown into fear. The reason I mentioned 1000 years ago is because I myself and a few other theorists have spoken in the past of characters having past lives that date back to that time. I have other reasons believing Blackbeard was around 1000 years ago and is related to the 5 elder stars. Again, it's speculated that the 5 are immortal and have been around since the beginning, so why not Blackbeard? I've always thought of Blackbeard as the devil of the story, which is the case. Then he may be connected to the 5. It's an interesting name. 5 elder stars. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think? This video was written by Literally Anime. Please click like, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Flying Panda.